Two things. You buy when the market's down, and also you make changes when it's up high. Because when everybody's selling, that's when you buy. Desperation fuels growth. Also, at the same time, another opportunity to make a change is when you're at the pinnacle.
You guys were in the prime of your game.
Oh yeah. Before we left, I was like, "You want me to close my brokerage?"
What did it take? The courage to like, you know what? Let's reinvent ourselves in a new place and continue killing it over there.
Faith in God, period.
The biggest thing about here is just stuff.
Yeah.
And I think when you really get to the root of everything, it's just stuff. You can get it all back. My mother told me a long time ago, never let anyone tell you what you can't do. You gotta be careful to tell your dreams to. Even the people closest to you be the one to cast the most doubt.
It's very important, especially when you have a partner, that partner is your partner. If we wake up one day and we say, hey, we want to do this, it's done. Believe that it's done. Don't hang around us, because if you do, you're going to end up believing in something.
When you retire, no one gives you a roadmap of what to do when you retire. Because the excitement wears off. The ocean views and the view of the balcony and the riding around, that's going to wear off. So what do you do next?
Welcome to the Dr. D Exchange. I know this is as an exclusive as you can get. They are busy all the time. I'm having the privilege to interview this couple. I always start asking, I guess this is the first time I have a twofer.
Okay.
It's always one. Cool. So, introduce yourself and tell me something that the audience would like to know about you. Just briefly.
Perfect. Well, I'm John Green Jr. I'm the co-founder of Legacy Beyond Borders with my lovely wife. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama, Army veteran, proud Army veteran, entrepreneur, and former automotive executive for a number of big automotive groups in the U.S. and also the other half of Magnate Acquisitions, which we were real estate, big into real estate back in Alabama, and I was also a mortgage broker with Edge Home Finance, official Magnate mortgage team, and now I officially retired. Goal was to retire early, retire young, so I had a goal. I'm all about dreams, you got to believe in yourself. If you look at anything that I have in my Instagram or Facebook, it's all about believing yourself. And I believe in myself a long time ago. And I had a saying, you put me in the desert, I'm gonna get out, because I believe in myself that much. Always bet on green. That was a saying I had, because I believe in myself that much. To whatever I believe, whatever I dream, I believe it, and it's going to come to fruition. So I had a dream when I was 18 years old. I said, the most I'm going to work is 30 years. I'm going to retire before I'm 50 years old. And I've accomplished a lot of things in my life, and anything that including this beautiful woman here, anything that I dreamed, I believe was going to make it happen. My mother is a Panamanian citizen, born and raised here, and this is one of the main reasons I'm here, is because when I retired, I would always say, I told my grandmother when I was 18 years old too, I said, I'm gonna come to Panama one day. And to be here and to bring my family here is a dream come true, and amongst a lot of dreams that I had in my life to come true. So at December 17th, before I turned 50, my birthday, December 21st, I officially retired. And my wife was talking to me when I was a year prior to that, saying, you need to stop, you ain't gotta do this. But I was another thing about me, I was a official. I used to officiate 3 different sports: football, basketball, and baseball. And I was a very high level official, one of the state recognized officials, awarded official for both baseball and highly in football. So, and I gave it all up because it was time for me to actually be with my family. So a little bit about me. Now it's up to the queen.
So my name is Brianna Green. I'm originally from North Carolina in the United States. It depends on what era that you want to talk about when we talk about what we've done. But in most recent, I'm a mother. I've been that for the past 10 years. A wife and a serial entrepreneur. Before this life here in Panama, I ran a real estate brokerage, so I was a real estate broker. And also I'm a founder of a women's social club with the main focus being golf, but more so centered around social, curated, and elevated experiences. Also, Buddy Boy sauce. I can only wear one shirt at a time. So today I have on Buddy Boy, and that is an all-purpose sauce. It's actually a family recipe that we're bringing to the market. And let's see, am I hitting everything for the current?
You forgot to tell me you're a real estate broker.
Well, I said a real estate broker. I said we owned a real estate brokerage. So yeah.
Wow, that's.
And the co-founder of Legacy Beyond Borders.
That's our retirement.
So between both, how many businesses are you guys running in your retirement?
Officially, there's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 3. Yeah.
Just 3.
Yeah, just 3.
Not just no.
We could have ran more, but we retired and kind of we don't have our hand in real estate like we used to. So that's one thing we did say we kind of stepped away from because we were ahead from the pandemic on. We were heavy in it, heavy in real estate.
You stepped away from that because you decided it's okay, or because you were moving?
Solely because we were moving here to Panama.
Yeah. Yeah, and because up until December, when I shut down the computer, December 17th, I was all in it.
And we had our last closing December 29th.
Yeah,
we enjoyed the real estate world business.
Oh yeah,
real estate was great.
It was great. Yeah,
it was. It real estate opened a lot of doors for us.
Is something that you'll be interesting to doing here in Panama?
That's a very popular question since specifically we moved here. For me, when people know about my past, no. I think no.
Never say never.
But I would never say never. But currently, right now, no. And I'm actually a little bit younger than my husband, so technically I'm not retired, but I'm living vicariously through him.
I say never because the right opportunity come, you just never know.
Yeah.
Because Panama is such a beautiful country, and we've seen a piece of it. So and I think that because Panama is a new tourism type place, that there is more beauty in Panama in just its natural state.
Okay.
So what I mean by that, so there's some Panama City is popular and Boquete is getting popular, and there are some areas that my grandmother was telling me about growing up that are just unexplored. They're known to Panamanians, but they're not known to tourism. And I just think that you'll find the right spot of a place. We're all about development. Real estate development is big, so if you find the right spot, then it'd be a fool not to invest in it.
So, how long have you been here in Panama?
March 24th, 2026.
So just a little over 3 months.
Yeah.
And in just 3 months, your name has been all over the place.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's good.
I hope in a good way. I'm sure in a good way.
Absolutely. 'Cause I've seen a lot of your clients, like me as a doctor, a lot of expats pass through here, and Legacy Beyond Borders. Actually, when we had the event at the venue, first game of Panama in the World Cup 2026, I was like, those are Legacy Beyond Borders. I've heard about you. I've seen your videos.
Yes, sir.
For someone's like, we need to talk. So it was interesting. So you say you came in with your family. Say mother 10 years. Like that's how many kids you
So
have?
we got a 10-year-old at home, and we have a 1-year-old at home right now. Yeah.
That's that's a gap.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a gap. It shows every single day.
Yeah.
I have a 10-year-old and she's request insistently for the last 5 to 6 years for us to buy her a baby. We got her a dog and said like that. This is
the baby.
Yeah, keep this. So before you met each other, each of you were entrepreneurs. You had your own businesses, and so how did you met?
Oh, that's interesting.
Do you want the long story?
So,
Or
as I said, I was an automotive executive. So I worked at Hendrick Automotive Group. Rick Hendrick, so a real popular in States. People know him, Hendrick Motorsports. At the time, was the second largest private held owner group in the United States. And when I worked for him, he had about 110 stores at the time. So I was recruited from Alabama to North Carolina to be the retail operations manager of the store in Durham. It was building a new dealership from the old store down in downtown Durham to South Point. And we had to grow that store, so we had to have a hiring of all types of people. And
well, at that time, I was a flight attendant, and then I changed careers, and I interviewed with John, and this is where we differ in this story. Okay, he hired me on the spot.
I never hired anybody on the spot.
He hired me on the
never. She wants to say never hire anybody because that's one of my rule of thumbs is I interview well, but if you got to respond back to me and then. But so she actually responded back to my email, and for the first year was hey, I was helping her grow as a professional, and that second year, I think we kind of found an interest in each other, and then I left because my sister got sick. I left to go back to Alabama, and our relationship kind of continued. Then in 2019, and we just said, "Let's go." And it grew from there. And I was in Atlanta at the time, and she would come to visit me in Atlanta. And then pandemic hit, and it was like thought about North Carolina for like a brief second. So much so that she came and picked my stuff up to come to North Carolina.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
And it was like, wait a minute, because we were looking at real estate, and we started getting into real estate real heavy in Alabama. So we just said, hey, Alabama it is.
So you got into real estate at the same time?
Well, she was in real estate.
Yeah.
She got me into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was I'll say a very passive real estate investor because I had a rental property, which was my home when I was back in 2013 when I went to North Carolina. And so that's how I was kind of like dipped my toe into it. And when she was working at, I think, United Real Estate in North Carolina. And during the pandemic, everything got crazy. I was in Atlanta. If you know what Atlanta was, when you shut down Atlanta, I worked in Buckhead. I ran a Land Rover Jaguar dealership in Buckhead. And that kind of came to a halt during the pandemic. And she's like, why not real estate? So if anybody knows anything about me, I don't do anything half at all.
Oh, no. Not at all.
If I'm going to do it, it's got to be all the way. So
and at a high level.
And so that's exactly what did. So believe it or not, it was during that transition, a little transition period where I really immersed myself in real estate from April until June. And we jumped in June. It was...
Yeah.
And it was, and believe it or not, the pandemic, for those who in real estate can tell you, the pandemic was amazing for real estate. It was amazing because we started wholesaling. We was a real estate investor, started wholesaling and doing some renovations, some fix and flip. And it was...
We did like over $40 million.
It was, yeah, we did. It was... We got receipts.
Yeah.
So we don't just say something. We don't. You can Google us. Google us.
Just look at the opportunity. So when people are like, oh, pandemic or disgrace or when things are happening, there's always an opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So believe it or not, we tried this podcast thing before during the pandemic. We tried to share our experiences, and everything's on God's time.
Yes,
I believe at the time it just, while the real estate was good, the podcasting was not. So we tried it, because we were just really busy, and then we linked up with another investor, and he thought we did so well that we were exclusively wholesaling for him for about a year.
Meaning that we were buying all of his properties.
And not exaggeration. I tell you, we probably bought over 100 plus properties.
Yeah.
Easy.
Wow.
There was some month we was buying
Just-
10, 15 properties just for him.
Just for him, yeah.
So back then people were just selling. Like, why pandemic was so?
This was actually from 2020 to 2022. We were heavy into wholesaling, and heavy, which is a form of real estate investing. And then 2021 and 2022 to 2023, we got into hoteling, and then renovations. Okay, and our last renovation kind of like, okay, she was like, okay, my wife's all about transition, so she said, well, I think we've done this long enough. I want to take this and I want to go ahead and open a brokerage, because she was working for
Sotheby's
International,
Realty.
and then she went to another guy who hired her as a broker, and she's like, you know what, I'm not working for anybody else.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, I come from two entrepreneurs, so if I can do it for someone else, I know I can do it for myself.
Amen
And so
to that.
yeah, and so we did that, and
She did that.
Well, yeah,
She-
I did that.
Like, she came home and she said, "No, I'm done with this. We starting on brokerage."
Yeah.
Because literally because we had did so well at at the real estate investing. We had talked about partnership. Again, I'm all about partnership. We had talked about partnership with that company we were wholesaling with, where we doing our real estate investing with, and my wife.
If you know anything about me,
she don't wait on nobody.
I don't wait on anyone.
So she was like, okay, we can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
And so we literally went out there, and Magnate Real Estate was open. So Magnate Acquisition was what we actually started.
For investment.
Real estate investing, which did our wholesaling, our renovations, and our hoteling, and our buying holes. Everything was under that umbrella. So she took that and said, we're going to go. Now, we did some real estate investing, but it went strictly to retail in that time. And again, the queen did her thing. And again, she's a closer. So she said, hey, okay, if I'm going to be in real estate, anything retail, because in 2021 she went to work for Sotheby's, and I was like, man, because we were really doing really good.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know why you're doing that.
And she said, well, you're going to be my mortgage broker. And so literally she told me what I was going to do, and I went and got my mortgage license. And because, again, about relationships, she had met a guy who was a former Army guy like myself. And we met the first day, and he hired me on the spot. I said, hey, look, I'll pay for your license, just pass the test.
Just to say, he can get hired on the spot, but I can't.
So, that's how I got into mortgages, because she said, I need someone to do my mortgage, and you're going to be my guy.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to go and give it to anyone else.
I mean, you are different. It takes a lot when the business is doing so well to pivot and say, like, I think it's enough. Let's do something different. That is something in your DNA, because you have DNA, like, entrepreneurial. Like, when do you know when to pivot and say, like, this? We've been doing it. It's not like it took a dip. It's like, things are not going. Like, you guys were eating.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of gravy, but you said, like, let this go this way. What was that?
I think it's the best time, speaking of her, I'm going to hit
Go ahead.
is that's the best time to do it. Two things. You buy when the market's down, and also you make changes when it's up high. Because when everybody's selling, that's when you buy, because you got desperation. Desperation fuels growth, and then also at the same time, another opportunity to make a change is when you're at the pinnacle. And I think we were at that time we make change, man. Magnate Acquisition was humming like a sewing machine.
Oh yeah.
And she said, okay, let's go ahead and spin off, because we've been talking about it. She said, yeah, I think it's a good opportunity, because if we're given, she always sees the whole pie. Okay, and I don't mean to misspeak. She sees the whole pie. Okay, so I'm looking at, we're doing very good on the real estate investment. She said, okay, we're still leaving this other half because somebody has to sell our houses. then why not us? Because my thing is always, why not us? And she says, hey, well, let's do that. Why not us? We can just keep all of it instead of selling some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you wrapped it up.
That's how it all came to fruition. Is we're not going to give any of our other piece of the pie away. We'll just eat the whole thing.
There's something very important. You said when the business is blooming, like it's going great, that's when you pivot, and that's super piece of advice because most of us would stick to it right away, but then we all right away at the same time. We all pivot at the same time. So you're always ahead when you change. And going back to your background, both of your parents were into business, entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so on my dad's side, first of all, our family owns a farm. And so my father is a fabricator, so he builds like custom grills that you grill on, fire pits, smokers for restaurants or individuals or backyards. So that's kind of how the sauce came about. My mother, she actually she was the very first African-American woman to build a distribution center for hair care products and also a salon. And then she also does real estate investing.
Wow.
Yeah.
She got her into real estate investing.
Oh, which one?
Oh, really?
Did I get my mother into real estate?
She got her mother. That's how big the close is. When we came in during the pandemic and we was telling about what we was doing, she's like, "Oh, Brianna, tell me how to do that."
Well, no, because she's owned properties
But not like this.
before, but she's definitely next level
But not
now.
like business.
Yeah, now
And
she
she
has a
continued,
portfolio.
just continue with that.
Yeah.
And in your case, it was by default, it was hustling, or either of you went to like business school, or where did that entrepreneurial bug?
Yeah. Well, for me, for both of us actually, we are educated. John has a master's degree. I have a couple of bachelor's degrees from different colleges. Like I said, I've had many different lives. So I went to the Los Angeles Film School and did entertainment business, currently at the University of Alabama for general business. Am I missing one?
School of Broadcasting.
Oh yeah, School of Broadcasting in DC. So I think for me, it's always been in me, but the only person I've ever wanted to work for was this man right here. Other than that, yeah, no, I'm not working for anyone.
Wow, she flattered.
Yeah. Good time to take a break.
Yeah, but for me, man, I would say I come from 4800 Georgia Drive. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama, so I'm from Northwest Huntsville. I had dreams, and my mother's from Panama, my dad's from Athens, Alabama. So we had this little black globe that my grandmother had brought from Panama. And my sister and I would spin that globe around, and I would sit and say, "Hey, one of these days I'm gonna visit every place on that globe I visited in my life." I tell you, I mean, dreams are, it can be your goals, but they're unfulfilled if you don't believe in them. So every place I put on that goal, from my very first duty station was Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. I said I'm gonna go to Hawaii. I went there. My second duty station, I pointed on the globe and said, "Hey, my cousin was at one time in Arizona. Guess what? I went to Arizona." And my dad went to Germany when he was little, and I pointed the globe and said, "What that mean in Germany?" Guess what? I went to Germany. And I loved Atlanta, Georgia. I said, one day I'm gonna stay there. Guess what? I stayed there. And then one of my other dreams was to be in North Carolina, and that's where I met my queen. So, and above all things, I told you I made a promise to my grandma I was gonna be in Panama one day. So every place that I pointed on that map, on that globe, I've been to.
One thing you said, like, believe in your dreams. But there's a lot of believers and dreamers out there. You guys put the hustle. You guys put
Gotta
the
put
work.
the work in.
Oh man, look. So again, it's where you come from, but also my mother told me a long time ago, never let anyone tell you what you can't do. And that was a fuel to my fire, because I always believe. Sometimes when you believe, you gotta be careful who you tell your dreams to, because not everybody believes the same thing you do, and God gives you a vision.
Yes.
All right. So if He gives you that vision, sometimes you can't share it. He tell you, write the vision down, make it plain. And remember, they used to have when these back in the Bible, there will always be somebody to interpret those dreams.
Yes.
They had to go get Joseph because they're going to interpret that dream, and they had to get Daniel because he interpreted the dream. So if you believe in your dreams and they're going to be interpreted, you know exactly what the vision that God gave you. You got to walk in it. So it's. I'm a big Christian, okay? So you never let the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he'll be the one to come in and try to steal your dreams from you.
Yes.
You never let that happen, because as soon as God gives it to you, He's giving you the foresight. He's giving you the vision. Now it's up to you to walk in it. So if you share your vision with the wrong person, it's the enemy trying to steal you and put that doubt in there. That can't happen. You know, and even the people closest to you be the one to cast the most doubt.
Yeah.
So that's when you gotta have those blinders on.
Yes.
And walk in it. No matter how outlandish, how crazy it seems, she can tell you how did Legacy Beyond Borders start? Her. How did Veterans Living Abroad start? Me.
I think, and to that point, it's funny because this is exactly what I was going to point to. It's very important, especially when you have a partner, that partner is your partner. And I think it's never been a time where I haven't believed in something and John hasn't pushed me, and vice versa. Like if we wake up one day and we say, hey, we want to do this, it's done. Believe that it's done, because not to say like we're in competition, but we're
together. We're
like
one flesh.
Yes. And so if he's doing something, I want to push it. I want it to win because I know it is. I believe in him, and vice versa. So I think also when you have something that you believe in, having that partner to support you is equally important than you just believing in it.
Yeah. When I see her in the lab, I know something gonna happen. Like when December 17th came and I said it was it, and she said, "Oh, he's serious." Okay, hold on a second. Next thing she came up and said, "This is what it's gonna be." Legacy Beyond Borders. Okay. December she came. I was so serious with it. I started getting everything in line, going to the post office. She said, "Oh, okay." Next thing she's quiet.
Yeah,
she's
the best
quiet.
partner.
She's sitting there working. She said, "Okay, this is what the name's gonna be. We'll go over there." All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And at first it was just gonna be us. But walking from Super 99, probably our second day here, I said, I'm a veteran. And the biggest thing you got to do is you have to build community. You have to build community here when you come to relocate, because the toughest thing is when you retire. Is that no one gives you a roadmap of what to do when you retire. It's one thing to come here and be here, but then what's next? Because the excitement wears off. The ocean views and the view of the balcony and the riding around, that's going to wear off. Okay, so what do you do next? So being a military guy, I say, what, the very first thing is when you come to a duty station, you have a permanent change of station. Okay, so when you come here, this is your permanent change of station. And then when you first come to a permanent change station, you want to connect and build your community. So what I did was I posted, hey, look, any veteran out there, I want to connect with you. And the very first two people that actually connected me was Juan Goodlow and Ron McKeithen. And we met for dinner over here at Amador Causeway at 6:30 on Wednesday. And I said, baby, this is it. We're going to do this again next week. I posted, hey, we did it. Veterans, hit veteran. You want to share with me? I want to share with you. Let's meet. So the next time it was 6 people. That's the least amount of people we've had since then. It was 6 people, 17 people. I think the least we've ever had since then is 20, 25 people. Wow. And God's been so good.
It's always new people.
Even when some of the seasoned guys couldn't come, like last week Ron didn't come, and which he's always a staple. Same thing with Juan. We had 20 other brand new people sitting in those spots. So it's been amazing, because again, we don't want to ask anything from anybody, because I think when everybody gets here, the one thing we found that everybody want to have a handout. We just want to show you guys that, hey, how to do it, and give you the advice, because advice is free. And we want to connect it with the people like a Dr. Duncan. You remember when we had our Legacy Beyond Borders meet, we want to show people to put them with the right people. Not anything, not trying to host an event to take your money. It's just, hey man, that's the old saying is your net worth is your network. So we're trying to show people how to network and build their own community. And whether you want to stay with Legacy Beyond Borders or you want to spin off or do your own thing, we want to show you how to network. Because in life and being successful in business, it's all about networking. As John Maxwell said, I've been a part of John Maxwell coaching. And when he came, when I was at Rick Henry, he said when he first met Rick Henry, these two billionaires, he said, when I met him, he said, who do you know that I should know? I said, man, that's brilliant. Wow. I'm using that from here on out. So, so that's if my guy said right, same thing. If I meet you, I want you to know who I know. And in turn, I'm gonna ask you, hey, who do you know that I should know? Because I want to build your network, and I want to build. And if you look at our YouTube page, it's the same exact way. We're not showing ourselves that much. We are introducing you to our community because you should know who we know. And there should be special love where it feels such a connection because everybody has a story of how they got here, and it opens up other people to say, hey man, I can do that too. Because everybody's story is similar but different at the same time because we all come from different locations. But the one thing you hear in common is, I left everything behind and I moved here.
I just want to pause for a moment and ask you to consider subscribing if you haven't done so. If you know of someone that you think that this type of content could be of value, please share and share the word of health. Let's change the concept of health. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Please give a like, subscribe, and share. And now back to the video. Absolutely. And in your case, it's even more amazing because we have seen a lot of expats. Expats normally retired around 60 above in average. They were retired. They have left everything behind, but they were ready. They did what they had to do. They are ready for the new stage. You guys were in the prime of your game.
Oh yeah. And before we left, I was like, you want me to close my brokerage?
Exactly. Like so, to pivot at the top. I know that this is something that you guys do, but at this level, what did it take to take the courage to you know what? Let's reinvent ourselves in a new place and continue killing it over there.
Faith in God, period. That's where it all starts. That's it. That's
and belief in each other.
And belief in each other. When John and we sat down, we said, okay, we're going to move to Panama. I went into my prayer closet and I'm like, okay, God, if this is your will, let it be done. And just how everything was flowing, I just knew that God was getting ready to do miraculous things. And I always ask for God to use me. So building a community, I find so much joy. Like when someone reaches out to us, or every day we get an email, hey, we saw your video, or thank you for sharing this piece of information. Like, that does more for me anyway than any real estate transaction could. So I think faith, you have to have faith. If you don't believe, you won't achieve. Period.
Reminds me so much. And you had this example before, like Abraham. He was at the top of his game in at Ur. Millionaire, servants, everything. God said, leave everything behind. Come to the place that I'll show you. Where? You don't need to know. Just follow. To leave everything, family, kindred, and we're gonna reinvent ourselves. I can imagine Sarah. Really? We're gonna reinvent ourselves. Where are we going, Abraham? Oh no, God said. It takes faith to the point that moving forward, 3 kings. Oh my goodness! Take this. Oh, you keep it. I have enough. You need it. God bless him so much that rulers of the earth were offering. He's no, I have more than all of you together. So you keep it. Faith is everything, and that step, that leap of faith, I guess that's what a lot of people watching are wondering. God, can I really do this? I'm not retired yet. I'm not this yet. Or I'm retired. I've spent 50 years, 40 years building a life, a legacy, and I'm going to leave all that.
You know, the biggest thing is, Dr. Duncan, is it's just stuff.
Yeah.
And I think when you really get to the root of everything, it's just stuff. You can get it all back. And we made a post about this, and we say, hey, man, you know, you got to believe. But on top of that is, when you really sit there and think about relocating, and then you look at all the stuff you accumulated, it only matters to you. It doesn't matter to nobody else. It's just sentimental value to you. And if you don't believe it, go call a estate sale company and ask them, hey, can you value my stuff? And they'll charge you so much because at the end of the day, when you die, those estate sale companies come in because the family don't want to have nothing to do with that stuff that you have. Nothing. They want to get rid of it because, again, it's only valuable to you. And they're going to charge you half of whatever it is, and they're going to try to sell whatever it is in there for pennies on the dollar. So when we came back here, so this is a long story. Let me back a little bit. So in 2020, we had the conversation about Panama. She was in North Carolina.
It was a 5 to 10 year plan.
And I'm sitting there. That's what we thought. You know, it's gonna be a long time from now. And we were sitting there talking. My mom was talking to us. She said, "Mom was talking about Panama." She said, "Why not Panama? Let's go visit." Well, quite frankly, you can't get in a pandemic. So, what really greased the rails is in 2020 we got married in Barbados.
Nice.
And beautiful place, right? And
while we were there, we were like, we could live here. We could live in Barbados.
Every place we visit, we can visit. Do you think we live here?
Then we went to St. Lucia. We were like, yeah, we could live here. We could live here.
St. Lucia, beautiful place. You know, the Pistons up there, and, you know. And then I said, all right, this is it. We've been talking about Panama too long. This is where going to be our anniversary. And if this is, because we talked to Giovanna Barnall with Prime Solutions in 2024. So she gave us a 30-minute free consultation, and we said, okay, let's see what price point is this going to be. Because at that time, we had started talking to this when she said, you ain't got to do this. And I said, okay, let's do some research on it. Because I said, if I'm going to do this and actually think about retiring, let's see exactly how much it would cost us.
And then we were like,
feasible.
We could do this. We could do this.
Yeah, because it blew my mind. Because you do the research and you take the top 5, and guess what? Who came up number 1 all the time? Panama is always in the top 2 or 3. And then you start going, as my wife said, the rabbit hole. When you start in the rabbit hole, you start TikTok and YouTube, and everybody's Panama. Okay, and then my grandma, oh, I told you Panama. And my mother said, why are you even researching? So we said, okay, well, let's book a ticket. So we when Giovanna sent us that as she called it, performer, I said, man, this is way affordable. This is almost too easy. Too easy affordable. And when I got off the plane, I was done. I'm talking about the time I got off the plane, I said, all right, this is it for me. This is it. And I'm talking about off the plane, going through customs.
We haven't even gone through customs yet. And he's like, this is it.
I said, man, this is what the only thing I kept saying, this is my mother. I'm like, I'm honoring my mother. So going through the airport and checking into our Airbnb and looking there, I said, man, I feel so blessed to be here. I think that we can do this. We can do this. And the thing that really dawned on me is we have a lot of stuff. We had a lot of stuff in Alabama. I'm the type of dude, again, I go all in. I had TVs in every room. I even had a little barbecue area where I had my TV outside, or if I had guests over, and, Sonos soundbar guy, that type of deal. And there was none of that in Airbnb, one TV. We rented a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, myself and our baby. Myself, my wife, and our baby. And the closeness I felt to her. Now, we're already close because we're entrepreneurs, so we're together 24/7, all the time. But the closeness I felt to her when that very first day was closer than I ever felt. I said, man, this is magical, And because when you relocate, you find out how much you need each other. You really need each other because it's nobody else but you two. And I said, whatever this feeling is, I want to keep it that way. Because there's no distractions, just me and her. We figuring everything out together. And we didn't treat our visit here like a tour. We didn't go on no tours. we wanted to come here like we stayed here. So we went down and walked down to Multiplaza to Reba Smith to buy groceries. Went, you know, say, hey, let's see how it is if we want to try to live here, how difficult it would be. And it was so easy. The people in Panama are so amazing. It blows my mind because my mom tried to warn me about it. Honey, you know, you gotta go see your family. And then my aunt's calling me, go see your family, go see your family. You haven't seen your family yet. So now, granted, my mother left here in '68, early '69. So she was 14 years old, so 69. Hasn't been back. Haven't seen none of her family. My grandmother last came back like 1990 or something like that. So none of us seen. They may talk to each other, but the way they treated us when we went there Saturday, and I was like, man, you know, they have my phone and my wife's phone. They FaceTime each other. My aunt, my cousin, my primas. They was, you know, talking back to my mom and my grandmother, and they just all talking. I mean, we was there for hours. Yeah. And I was like, man, you know what? This just verifies everything. Because
and to put the icing on the cake, we were there for hours. We were fellowshipping with them, but they only spoke Spanish and we only spoke English. So, but we were like it was a traditional Sunday dinner. Yeah. They
bring out food to feed us, going to the store, bring out drinks, and bring out the little what they call the thing, little shooters.
The Jello. I think it was Jello shots. I think.
So you know, it was amazing time, and. And then we had a tour guide who was amazing. He's like our family now, Ricardo, Ricky McKenzie. So, but he showed us around everywhere. And again, we looked at Coronado, we looked at Cologne, and then he showed us on a Sunday. We went out to Costco Viejo for the family day in the park. It was last Sunday of the month. And then after that, he showed us like every part of the city that he could. He went to El Cangrejo, Punta Pacifica. He went everywhere. He just said, hey, this is the neighborhoods. Let me tell you a little about them. So he was telling us about every part of the neighborhood, and he was the one that actually took us out to visit our family in San Fernando. So
it was 2 days before we had to leave from the October trip, and John was so sad. Like he was like, I do not want to leave. And I was like, okay. That's when I'm like, okay, we got to get back here. Yeah. So then we came back in February. We secured our place in February.
Yeah, she was on a mission. Honestly, when I shut down the computer December 17th, said, and then when she started Legacy Beyond Borders, she said, okay, I'm running with this. Like literally, she said, went on ahead. We bought the ticket. She said, you ready? You sure ready to do this? Ticket's bought. Hold on, let me send these realtors. I got these realtors set up. So she's sitting there calling realtors here to set up already because she had it planned out. Okay, we're going to be here on the 1st. We're going to land on the 1st. On the 2nd, we're going to go to C. Giovanna. We're going to sign our paperwork. And then we should have our passport to stay here. So I'm going to have these. I got these realtors lined up. I talked to these people here. And, you know, we talked to 4 different realtors. One didn't show. With 3 of them we actually spent time with. And then when we actually, Lily, which you met at the... at the Legacy Beyond Borders event was amazing. I mean, I can't. We've been in real estate, okay, and the level of service that she gave us for a rental is stuff you just don't see. Yeah. Because usually rentals in the States,
they're gonna ghost you. You're not gonna.
I'm gonna hand this off. I'm gonna give it to somebody else, and it happened to us here because we actually she called one who's on YouTube a lot. And called them, and they actually handed us off. You know, does all that marketing on YouTube, and then she called and said, "Hey, look, I'm a real estate broker. We're looking at relocating." And when she said rental, boom, handed it off. Wow. Yeah, handed it off. I'm like, okay. Sometimes you know who you're talking to, and it's cool. We don't come across as arrogant type people and like that. It's just we want to be treated the way we want to be treated. Absolutely. That's all. So Eric was phenomenal. Great real estate agent. We didn't choose him.
I don't think we chose anyone. I think we chose the place. The place chose us. Yeah. So whoever showed us that place is, you know, who got the.
But again, the job that she did, because when I say she dialed it in, they showed us it was her and her husband. We can't leave off Carlos. So Carlos and her showed us 2 properties. We went to another couple prior to that, and I don't think they was hearing this because the properties kept going up and up. And then she went to San Francisco, looked at property because San Francisco was where we first stayed at.
That's where we wanted to stay.
And she tried. She says, "Look, these couple properties in San Francisco, and they were nice properties. They were really nice." She said, "Well, I got this one here that's coming available."
When we went to the property that we're in now, we literally we walked in and we looked at each other. We were like, wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What is that area?
Punta Pacifica.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wow.
you know, because we had our list of non-negotiables. Everything that I say on my TikTok is true. We had our list of non-negotiables. We had our budget, because our budget was our mortgage. Okay, I said, okay, we're gonna go on our mortgage as the top end of our mortgage because that's what we're usually paying.
Okay.
And then we would like to go back a little than that if we can. If it's great.
I wanted to go back a lot.
So, and the crazy, we saved $450 what we were paying on mortgage in the States to get the place we're in now. We negotiated with we got the TV put in, and then we negotiated, got the rent cheaper than what he asked for. And the guy was so nice. He's a neurosurgeon. He wanted to meet us. We met him at the property, him and his wife, man. It was just fun. I mean, just when God puts his hands on something, it's just amazing. Because I wanted the ocean. That was one thing I had, I gotta have you the ocean. And I want to be, because it just worked out like every morning I get to see sunrise. But I wanted a gym, I wanted to have a sauna, and I want to have a play area for my kids.
John got everything that he wanted.
Everything.
Every single thing.
Even cheaper than what he asked for.
Yeah.
But when we walked in, I was like, wow. That's all I said, wow.
I serve a great
And
God.
everything we saw after that was, I couldn't
It
get
can
into it.
unsee what you have seen in
couldn't
Punta
do it.
Pacifica.
Yeah, it was. And we looked at other properties that side. She's like, I don't think he's going to be looking at any of those.
Yeah, I think we had like a couple more to see that day. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So what the cool things with Lily, okay, so they met us at the airport, and we had 11 bags and totes.
We
When I
had
say
totes,
totes,
we had bags, we had our golf clubs.
yeah, man, 11 pieces of total luggage, and they had a truck, and they pick us all up and bring it all here and help us bring it upstairs. We lived on the 39th floor. So between the concierge there, she called there, the concierge waiting on us, and introduced us with the property manager was there to meet us there. And then on top of that, the day prior, she said, hey, before you get here, send me stuff and we'll get your Wi-Fi hooked up. So literally when we moving in, at the same time, the guys come in and hook our Wi-Fi up, so we had no inconveniences. So that's why I say, service here means something, because it's kind of like, if your name attached to it, you want it to mean something.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that we see that the Panamanian pride, if their name is attached to it, they want it to mean something. And the way the level of service she gave us was top notch.
Wow. So Legacy Beyond Borders started before you even came to Panama?
Yeah, so it was supposed to just be a YouTube highlighting our life here, relocating to Panama, and
Crazy stuff is we got content from there we never posted yet.
Because I've seen the first episodes that were just this is us moving, this is like family, and all of a sudden the shift to this.
now on the shorts, and every so often we'll put things up like days in our life and things like that. But for most of it, we want to provide value.
Yes. We don't want to be like everybody else.
That too.
And you can see that.
That's
you
the
can
biggest thing,
definitely
because
see it.
when we were doing our research, it's change the name, same message. Change the name, same message, and we don't want to be like that, because everybody wants to tell you what they're doing here and how it is. Well, take me out. Let's take the people in and let them tell you how they're doing here, because ultimately that's somebody's dreams that became reality. Let's share that, and let's let everybody hear your message, whether you come from Houston or Mississippi or Florida. We want people to hear your story and let them know that dream can become reality.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that you didn't see, because again, everybody wants to put in and tout and tell you about relocation and sell the relocation plan and how they get you here and what it looks like. But what about it from not from a first person perspective, from a third person perspective? But let them be in the seat. And even though we're Legacy Beyond Borders, it's our community that's talking.
Yeah.
So having a community of business here in Panama, how is that different from what you were doing in the States?
A lot less stressful.
Yeah, I think it's a lot less stress. It's more fun. Where back in the States we had to meet certain quotas, if you will, but here it's like we're just meeting new people and having new experiences. So that's how it is.
I think the coolest thing is that, look, man, creating content of value, and whatever we post, whether it be me on TikTok or us on YouTube or Brianna's doing her thing, it's always something of value to the community. It's, okay, I went to the doctor, but less about my doctor visit. Let me tell you about the doctor visit. Let me tell you about Dr. Duncan. Let me tell you about Dr. Bautista. Let me tell you about my experience in Panamanian healthcare, because these things provide value to people that's looking to come here or that's here and maybe, what do I do next? So those are the things that I think is very important, because how do you know where to go?
Yes.
How do you know which hospital will register you as a veteran? How do you know about females that, I'm telling you, a great thing about females, let me pivot on this. Do you know how well they know how to put a community together? Unlike us, we'll meet once a month, go talk junk, right?
Yeah.
Females, they will have something and be so regimented with it, and they'll support each other. If they want to form a golf community, man, I watch her form that golf community back in Huntsville, and these ladies still stick together like glue.
That one is that
Still run.
chapter is still running.
They are just so regimented because they know how to do that to support each other. You know, versus us males, man, we just give them once a month. We'll come out there and talk trash for a minute, and we'll see y'all later. But they need that. You know, they really need that community, and they do very well at it. So I gotta give kudos on that one. But
The one thing I've noticed here in Panama with expats, that you guys come with a mission. You find each other, like community is very important. Community back there, you don't choose your community. It's just like where you're born, your co-workers. Like here, you guys are here for the same reasons. So it's very important when you meet people and what you're doing, bringing value. Because it's not the same. Like you're saying, you can watch videos, you can get to a tour, but at the end of the day, when you come here with your bags and the Airbnb door closes up, that's you. Looking out the window. So now, where do I get my groceries? What is food? Like, what is the languages? And having that community, it's everything. Being a foreigner, reinventing yourself at a certain age when you have to unlearn everything that you, because it's very different. It's not just the language, it's culture. We could be in the same continent. It hits different. What you guys are doing, that community, that support, that is so important.
We want to be your family.
For that.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. We want to be your family, and the reason why, because you left your family back in the States. You left your comfort. You left your peace of mind. You left that favorite couch, your favorite TV show. You left all that. So how do you help someone adjust? Because there is a lot of folks that have that fear of, how do I communicate? Do they speak English? And I'm afraid of Spanish. And how do I watch my favorite sports show? Little things that make it bigger than what it is. And then on top of that, okay, you see all the nice stuff here, but then when I get here, how do I live?
Yes.
Because retirement, you're breaking away from a regiment. You were regimented in your life for what you did. Whether you were in the military or whether you ran a business, you were accountable to someone. So now there's no accountability only to yourself and your wife and your children, your family. What do you do to propel that to life? And we found hobbies, communities, and such as, okay, give an example, her golf thing. Me, I play paddleball, right? And it's those little things that keep you out of the house, because there's only so much Netflix shows you can watch without going crazy, because depression is real. You can fall into depression because you think, I left everything I have, I sold all this, and I don't know
anyone here.
And I'm scared to go out there and talk, man. These people here, I can't communicate with them. You'll make every excuse to block yourself out. So if you let someone know, hey, this is your family, and then you have something where they can do on a weekly basis, you give them something to look forward to. And then you can start building off that. So we have built a pickleball community that we have meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have our paddleball group that meets Mondays and Thursdays, and now we're trying to add another day in on Wednesday. We haven't got the golf dialed in yet. But we do have.
What do you mean we haven't got the golf?
Well, I'm talking about for men. You got yours.
Okay.
I ain't
What are you
talking
talking about? I'm a professional.
and then also we because again we believe in God, that we're starting. We believe that there's no way you can get here and take God out of it.
Absolutely.
So we started a prayer group slash Bible study that was going to be part of our community.
And real quick, because we're saying our community, and we really mean like more than just us two, because we empower anyone in our community. If they have an idea, want to do anything,
We empower them. Yep.
they tell us, and we're like, okay, how can we support you?
You got an idea?
great.
It's just
share it.
not us trying to be the front face and hey, you got to go through us. Like, no.
That's
How
different.
can we support you for your dreams?
Because they're like so the veterans. The veterans, if you have some of the business that you're trying to start, we want to support you. Post it. Talk about it. You got a YouTube channel, you want to support you, post it. We want to support you. And so if there's information that you have that you want to provide, post it, because we want to be able to support. It's not just us, because it's our community.
Yeah.
You know, if you've ever been around really successful people, they never talk about themselves. They talk about us. Rick Hendrick was probably one of the biggest billionaires I've ever been associated with. He never called anything his. He called it ours.
Wow.
So, and that's how you gotta see it. You know, if you ownership doesn't mean entrepreneurship doesn't mean me. It means us.
Yeah.
Because everybody's a piece of that. You can't do anything by yourself. It takes other people to help, who believes in your dream, to help you build it.
Wow.
Yep.
So that's how I believe Legacy Beyond Borders is a combination of great people put together that's helping us build this big community in Panama. And it's just not here in Panama City. We want to be as big as it can be. We don't put no limits on God.
Yeah.
So, you know, we saw what he can do in this just short amount of time. And once we have a couple ordained ministers as part of our group, and we're going to start our Bible study, and hopefully we can grow it from there in our prayer group. And that's just another. We have game night. Don't forget about that. We have game night that we're going to develop. Again, it's whatever they want to develop. And any like we've supported other veterans who are in the community. Such as Jeff Decker, 23. We went down and went to his business. We've been down to Rendezvous a couple of times, because we believe in supporting and building the community, and also introducing other people here into different establishments that they can go frequent once they see it.
And we don't believe in competition either, because it's no one like us.
Absolutely. You can say that again.
It's no one like everyone's individual.
And there's no arrogance, there's no pride. It's just it's all about giving back.
Yeah.
So Legacy Beyond Borders from here, like is anything else coming for Legacy Beyond Borders?
It is, but we can't talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, we got something big, and it's really big.
Yeah, so just doing me like.
Again, man, you know, God will give you the desires of your heart. And
Yes.
this is one thing that we talked about doing, and it came to reality.
Yeah.
It's coming. You'll be a part of it.
You better.
You'll get that call and say, "Oh, really?"
Well, this was what it was. Okay.
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So we're just waiting to once the dates and everything is confirmed. And
So the community, to be part of it, like how do people get in touch with you guys?
Yeah. So it's really simple. The main method of communication is WhatsApp.
Okay.
And in order to get into our WhatsApp group, you just send us an email, legacybeyondborderstv@gmail.com. I have it connected to my phone, so I see them all the time and reply to them as instantly as they come in, and we'll get you added.
Okay.
yeah, or you can hit it on our social media.
Okay.
The Magnate Wife.
Everything through Legacy Beyond Borders. Then
But just in case.
JG, the retired guy. Wait.
JG retired in Panama.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the same.
He used to
thing
be JG, the mortgage guy. But, yeah.
Reinventing himself. There you go.
So yeah, that's where we at.
So you're going into Legacy Beyond Borders, and from there, the ladies of golf, the veterans, like the first step is getting.
There's multiple communities inside there, so they can choose which one they want to be a part of. There's a relocation and assistance there. There is a game night. There is a prayer group.
Yeah. Just to clarify, though, but Fairway Golf Society, the Women's Social Club, that's separate. It's just more so that I'm the founder of it. So and I'm the co-founder Legacy Beyond Borders, but and that's simply because I started it back in the States, and since we moved here, developed a chapter here.
So if someone would want to, some lady would like to play golf or is interested,
Or do not play golf.
Okay.
Majority of the ladies do not play golf, so or they're learning how to
Uh-huh.
play golf, I should say.
we have to open some for us that
I'm
suck at
trying
golf.
really. I gotta drink off the of the Brianna tree so I can learn how to do it.
Yeah, like we don't make it a golf, so we are not bullying each other. We're just throwing the balls like
Yeah, man.
another ball.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll lose some balls with you. I can't. No, keep on the fairway much.
But in your case, then it won't be true Legacy Beyond Borders. What will be that channel?
So you can gain access to like the interest group of Fairway
Okay.
Golf Society,
Okay.
but the founding members, we have our separate
Okay,
group. Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
So after all that was said, something that was left unsaid, I'd like to share.
It's so much,
so much.
but for the sake of time, I think just following the journey really, and you'll find out everything you may want to find out. So I don't know. I know John is more so the long-winded person. I'm just like, I'll show you better. I can tell you.
We want to tell you a story.
Please.
And that's the only thing we want to do. If you're interested and you want to be in our community and you're not afraid of the camera and say, hey man, I want my journey documented, we'd be more than happy to come in and document your journey.
And that it's an expat, a local business owner, you know, like yourself.
I think it's big because the reason we want not just, that's what we call it Panama stories, because it can either be the Panama professional, which is, I think it's so phenomenal because a lot of the questions is answering, whether talking to what are my immigration needs, what type of visa do I want, we got that answered. What about my medical professional needs and holistic view, you got that answered. We got a real estate attorney, we got some information, we're going to get that popped out.
It goes back to that saying about
Who, not how.
Who's the who, and we lay them all out.
So that's one of the things, the book, you know, who not how, so that's what we live by. It's not how, it's who, and we want to provide the who for you. So that's, if you look at our YouTube, the who is provided. Oh, I got a question about real estate, there's the who. I got something, I look for a doctor, there's the who.
And you're not hearing it from us, from our perspective. You're getting it, you know, from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, you don't have, you know, because the third party, some of that stuff is diluted. But
Yeah.
you're from the first person and the first person perspective from the professional, they tell you. And the exact same thing is, you're not hearing me tell about somebody's
My
journey.
experience.
We're letting them tell you their story firsthand, so you hear it and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm telling you, when we actually doing these interviews, I get blown away.
Yeah.
Every time.
I've cried at an interview. I've learned, you know, something new in an interview. I love it. I love it.
And the reason why it's so cool, I've been looking in the middle, I was like, oh, this is really good. She's like, you say it every time, because it really is, because you get to know your community at a deeper level. The people that's a part of there, because they're actually opening up to you. First of all, you see in their homes, which is absolutely beautiful. And how I came up with that was, you get so many questions on the YouTube or your TikTok, say, oh, how much it is? Well, you know, it's all relative. You know, that's depends on your budget. My budget's not your budget. Just because you may think it's high or may think it's low, it may be yours, may be different than mine. But let me show you what other people and how they live here, because you may have a certain perspective, a certain neighborhood. But let me show you how these people are living here. Not how I'm living here, because that's my perspective. Let's show you how other people are living here and thriving in Panama. And I tell you, man, if you listen to those stories, you know, when we ask that question, one word describe Panama, it's almost always the same. Beautiful. Awesome. I mean, it's almost always the same. Tranquilo. You know, you'll hear the adjective, even from Panama, you know, Panama actual citizens that tell you the exact same thing, man. It's the most amazing place.
So, same question to you guys. Panama in one word.
I say it's beautiful.
I would say peace.
It's the closest thing you can get to heaven.
And what you guys are doing is amazing. You're just putting the building blocks to something great. You have how many months here?
Just 3.
And you guys are just doing it, helping so many people,
Yeah.
understanding and believing that maybe I can do this too. Maybe I can go and on the other side.
Don't hang around us, because if you do, you're going to end up believing in something.
The thing is, Dr. Nugget, what I believe in, one of my prayers every day is, I want to be a blessing to someone else.
Yeah.
I don't want anything, because God's already blessed me with everything.
Amen.
I just want to be able to be a blessing to someone else. How can I serve someone else? Send me someone that I can serve. Send me someone that I can help. So I don't have a problem meeting a stranger, because I believe God sent them to me so I can be a blessing to their lives. You know, I'm here, and He's given me so much in my life. So how can I impact something, whether it be knowledge or word, that I can be able to give that person to propel them? You know, again, this is how everything you see in there is just, it's God's work, man. I can't take any credit for it. We don't take any credit for it. It's just Him using us as vessels to be able to bless other people.
Absolutely.
That's it, man. You know, that's why we don't. When somebody, I try for what? I don't need your money, man. God's already provided everything that we'll need. We don't need none of that. That's why you see our events are always free.
Yes. And your journey has been by design. It hasn't been by chance. God has picked like every moment, like led you to this moment in time. Like it was said to Esther, maybe for this moment I've been placed here at this time. Your expertise in business, business relationships, building your net worth, network, like all of that, for this moment in time to bless and be light for so many people. This is you, and this is your time for which you have been selected, and you have been doing it, and you continue to do it for the honor and glory of God. And I'm humbled to be part of that. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this journey. And so much to say. So you have to come back.
Of course.
So,
Hey, it'd be an honor to come back, but you got to come back and you got to pay it back to us, brother.
yes, absolutely.
You already did our YouTube, so now we get, we come live on our podcast. We ask you to come out there with us on.
Let me know.
We will
me know.
be more than happy and honored to become on our show.
Mention live, TikTok, I'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.